broad comedy. It has got quite a lot of history. And some of you have already had a look at the exhibition there, historic legacy of rules. I'm particularly proud of the logbook, because when you find the logbook referred to by the actors, then it will be that.
We Started It is a play about the origins of Wolverhampton Wanderers as a Victorian school football team. The play was written for primary children. It was performed in primary schools in the city. It was also put on in Wolverhampton Art Gallery, together with an exhibition of footballing memorabilia. This is how we went about it, and the results of trying to attract a fresh gallery audience.
Are you any good, sir?
And what sort of question is that for a pupil teacher to ask his headmaster?
Sorry, sir.
Am I any good indeed? Of course I am. Superb. Watch me dribble. Wait, lads, caretaker needs our help. Ready for kick-off?
Oh, yes!
Oh, sorry. Can we come through? Yeah.
Saturday.
The public galleries are calm places, but as we carried out auditions and then rehearsed, we found that there is a hive of activity behind the scenes.
Whatever the decision is, it's good that it's being made now. I can work with anything really, so, you know. Well, you know.
There are other ways, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
institutions like art galleries are subject to conflicting pressures, in particular the wish to be as accessible as possible and at the same time to conserve the artefacts in their collection. Negotiations are needed to make sure that everyone is happy, that nothing will come to any harm.
it's a dramatic performance, it's unique, there's lots of, well, you know this already, maybe, there was all over the place because we need this space.
For the exhibition, we had interesting items lent by Wolverhampton Wanderers and by Walsall Leather Museum. We also had the logbook from St Luke's School with the original handwritten entry from 1877, which mentions the fledgling team.
So, do you want a linear exhibition there whereby all the cases are in one line?
Yep.
Or otherwise you're going to be putting off lockers, aren't you? The other pathway. Should we do that then? Should we put them in a line?
Haven't got enough space there because you've got that door.
You're the one who's coming in out of yeah. Yeah. Let's all sit okay.
Right, got a small problem. This one is okay. She says it is 7. That's okay. This is the one which... Oh, that's alright. Let's have a look and see if we've got the purchase on this one. So that shows
These two then, is it?
no, that one is this one, and that 2. Okay, and that one is this one.
On the day, we attracted an audience of over 70. That included a contingent from the club, even though the Wolves had an away match that day.
Did you enjoy it?
I did, I liked it, yeah. Good. Especially as a season, yeah, I was there with them, yeah. I just see how it all started.
And you didn't mind all the fun with it? And do you normally come to the art gallery a lot, or not at all? Or?
Occasionally, you know, I wouldn't say. I'd think so, perhaps something like that.
And you've got a season ticket, so presumably you like events to do with wonders, I mean, other than the actual football itself. Well, they're actually professional actors, and I'm paying them properly, but they are quite young. They're 22, playing 15 and 18, and they actually do a bit of soccer, like football, whatever. So, yeah, and nothing wrong. And then it went to it'd be better next time. So what else? You read about the Next Best Star? Next Best Star. It's the article I wrote, was it? So I did article. Yeah, brilliant, that's good. And what did you think? Sorry, we haven't been to the exhibition yet. Very small, but it's quite nice.
Just have one of the team.
And are you normally kind of art gallery? You don't go. Oh, good. Really?
Yeah.
What did you like?
Extremely well. And of course, it was the message of
Because they were young men, teenagers really, having to go to this school teacher, the head teacher, a big good, yes sir, no sir, and they didn't really like it, I don't think. If you look in the log, there's any number of references to not turning up for classes. So was there anything else? Was there something you thought would be nice for beginning?
No, I thought it was presenting well. I think I can see how, as a short, informative play, that certainly to schools and to give younger people more an insight into the early days. Of course, football now is all glamour and glitz, and of course that was a perfect insight into how football really began as made in the town.
Good, well they were poor. Let's face it, the FA wouldn't let people be paid in the first few years, so there was none of this money that players get now.
No, that's quite right. It was excellent, they had an extra version of the boys.
Thank you. Anything else you want to say?
No, very well done.
Thank you. We'll let you off.
I enjoyed the play.
Good. Did you enjoy it?
Very much. I thought it was very funny.
Thank you.
We both thought the chicken impression was remarkable. Very impressive.
Remarkable.
But we could have gone a bit more on the historical side of how St. Luke's becomes wolves.
It's for children, that's the trouble,
well, that may be
and that's why we cut all that out.
Right, okay.
It's not for adults as such, but yes, I agree. It would be interesting to know more about here innovation, which was, of course, the room we used for the rehearsals. And by the way, I will want to sometime say thank you for the gallery letting us use the room. But basically, because you gave us such a lot of help in the project, what did you feel about it? And do be honest, I mean, there's real problems as well as good things. What springs to mind?
I was really pleased because I think it did something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, which was to engage the football crowd for Wolverhampton. There's a lot of people who are very into football and who perhaps stereotypically wouldn't think about coming in the art gallery. And I thought since Wolves got promoted to the Premier League, we ought to do something around the Wolves. But it kind of never happened, so it kind of gives the impetus to do that. It also, from my point of view, got us out into schools and got large numbers of children engaged. So it was fantastic.
But how many football people did you think? Because I was a little disappointed that we didn't get more people who actually themselves told us that they were football fans and so forth.
Did you see the two little boys that came?
No.
And they actually came in earlier. They came in at 11:30, I think it was, and they came to the front desk and I said, oh no, we missed it, we'll come back later. And they did come back for the 1 o'clock performance. So I think there were some, but I think obviously it was an away match and it's very difficult with timing, isn't it? You don't know whether it's better that it's a away match or that it would have been better if they'd have been playing at home and they could have popped to us first. So I think that's very tricky.
Yes, I agree. On the actual evaluation sheets, there are some references to football and supporting the team. I haven't really had time to look at them properly. In fact, you might have had more time to talk to people than I did. I mean, did you get any people chatting to you particularly?
I spoke to two gentlemen from the club who were delighted. Yes, they were absolutely delighted. We had a great long talk about Wayne Rooney amongst other things. And how footballers behave, how footballers behave, and how footballers should behave, and how the Wolves boys are much better, and all that kind of stuff. Apart from the play, which they was very delighted with. But I think it was well received.
I was really quite worried that.
I'm sorry, come in. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Is it your bags? Yeah, but I was going to do. Alright, you don't want nothing.
I'm just not again because that interruption just now, which Janet couldn't avoid, which we didn't know about, because it's just a product of the activity that there is in art galleries now. Yeah. I mean, it's quite frenetic sometimes, isn't it?
It is very, very busy.
And it's really good because it's the public basically coming in.
Yes.
I mean, I know who they are. They're further education, younger students.
Yeah. I was just saying, over the last 7 years since Renaissance funding, there's been a lot of money put into the education of working community groups, so that they're not cold, dusty places anymore. And it's about how we can use our buildings, how we can use our collections, get more people looking at them.
Absolutely, which is what I thought, which is why I was so good.
Yeah.
When I said football in an art gallery, I was deliberately doing something quite provocative, really.
Yes, you were. You did cause me some problems, but that's fine. It is a case of this balance between my role, which is trying to get people in, and the curator's role, which is preserving the objects of future generations, and it's just making sure that everybody's happy. But we get to do what we want to do, but they feel that their works are
There's always are difficulties because there's a lot of staff, there's lots of different needs, and it would be silly to think everything. Yeah, I mean, I was pleased about how front of house staff.
We met, didn't we, with Janine in front of house quite early on, and explained to her and watched her face.
She didn't know.
The bit she was worried about, and we made sure we'd ironed all that out, and also to get the Corinne on board with.
So there we go. So is there anything else you want quite spontaneously to say?
No, thank you very much. I think it's been
brilliant. You've been brilliant, Angela. We couldn't have done it without you, there's no doubt about it.
What can we do next?
Oh, don't worry, I'm working on that. But
As well as the football fans and others whom we were able to attract to the play and exhibition, we were also pleased with the publicity we had in the local media. The country's biggest evening paper, the Express and Star, printed 2 favourable articles, and Midlands Today, the BBC regional news programme, gave us a positive report.
Look at her. Are you going on it?